mpanimfoɔ de to dwa sɛ AFCON na yɛntumi ankɔ ne nti no sɛ ɔmotumi yɛ preparations towards the World Cup next year ɛba so Mexico, Canada, US of A no ɛno nti yɛbɔ 2 games ɛyɛ Caribbean Cup ɛne yɛbɔ na nyame adom a kyena 10 a.m. Ghana time yɛbɔ Japan na mpanimfoɔ yɛ nhyehyɛ na kɔpie mu ɛnora team no yɛ ne first training na ɛnora no ɔmo kɔhyia mu na 21 players out of the 22 na wafrɛ no ɛna report yɛ mu 19 ɛna ɛtumi yɛ training. The latest player our journey is Benjamin Asare, the number 1 Hatchefuk captain. And now Utrado a full squad. You remu our Hatran city program said net training Gusua air course din. Yami Adomachina 10 a.m. Pepe and a Ghana any Japan no air basso. Na Utrado a Blasters head coach. And na the players no bear 6 first team players and me ama. No more so shit team we ya and crown our fro mono nani edge your moho na ojidi se game we ya ye kobono ebeko you was so confident when the team them say ombebomodi.
This is not our first time. We know the Japanese Federation has got a very, very strong team. I think so far everything went well with the organization and so on. And yeah, looking forward to that match. It will be difficult for us, but I know we also will have the strength to also beat Japan. We studied them well, and like I said, it's going to be, I think, a tight match, and I'm looking forward to it. Surely we have to fight with the time difference. And then also we have some issues here and there. So Saliso had suffered an injury after his last match. So he was getting some treatment, so that's why he came late. We'll see today if he can train. We're having some other issues here and there. Benjamin Asare, I think, is very healthy. Yeah, due to the time difference and the long travel, we have to see how he feels to see if he can play. Both are more experienced now. I mean, I think both coaches are more experienced, but also in terms of the team development, I can see Japan also playing with a different system now, very, very strong. You can see Japan developing a lot of players, new players coming up since then. I mean, especially with a result beating Brazil 3-2, you can see how Japanese football has developed, and it's still developing. So yeah, it's going to be very, very tough for us. But we have developed. We have a lot of young, hungry players on board. We have a team. I think on bad days we can struggle, but on good days we can beat everyone. We showed at the last World Cup at least also that yeah, we're close to beat Portugal, and we beat South Korea. So I think we have a competitive team, and we're looking forward also to make the next step.
Wey Utuado ahead of the Japan game, Caribbean Cup na. Yami Adomachina 10 a.m. and a Ghana boy first game against Japan. No was like Kasafa. The strength of the Japan or mu team no any afi current ranking by FIFA ranking baby Japan edda. Oka ho asem efa game.
I think they still have a variety in the same system, so they can stay in a lower block where they look like defending 5-4-1, but also out of this system they can press very, very high. And to be honest, this is how I expect them to play against us. And so they have good transitions moments. They have a good work ethic against the ball, but also with the ball, high run capacities. And then surely they have their individual players with Ritsu Doan, Kubo, who can go 1-against-1. Good strikers, strong with quality in the air to score goals out of crosses, and they have a strong defense, experienced defense with Itakura, for example, and yeah, we know their qualities. We see them playing in Europe and in good teams, and I think we prepared well to face them. Like I said, I'm looking forward to play against them tomorrow. Yeah, it's true. So we we're having some, or before actually the World Cup qualification, we're having some difficult phases. But I'm happy that we make it, or we made it to the World Cup with a lot of wins. And yeah, now we are still where we are, ranked very, very low, and Japan is ranked higher. But we were facing the same problems also before the last World Cup, and we were able to, let's say, win against Switzerland, win against South Korea, who are also higher ranked. So we don't see this ranking as a problem for us not to compete, and we know what we can do, but
Otuado echemu a game we hu hia pa esan se players a afi no wafre omo no obenya chance e dey assess omo na za players no obema omo abu bidie.
I'm sure it's give us a chance to use some players which we haven't used before, or which didn't play much in the recent games. We're very, very sorry. For example, Kudos, he couldn't play the last matches for Tottenham, couldn't play in the Champions League, and then also the last league game, so he's not there. Would be also good for him, for example, to test him on this level. But yeah, we take it as it is, and we have a strong young squad who is not that experienced, but I can ensure that they are very, very strong on the ball and also without the ball, and they are hungry. Everybody wants to go to the World Cup, so this is also a chance for a few players also to make a stand and take one or two positions in this squad. Surely we have to be on our toes. We have to be on a good day to beat teams like Japan, especially. For us, surely we can also use this games also to see who's up to this standard. It shows the directions in which we can go, with which players we can go into that big tournament. And so, like I said, we're looking forward to compete on that level.
Try to do na Chrisutin, and so Akasafa carrying cup. You was here who here pa. Ebeboa ama omotimi afine the balance for the two baby so omodu obi share baby so omodu obi foforo e se o sense ni nyina no carrying cup no betin aboa ama Otuado ene technical team na ye.
Having qualified for the World Cup, it's now that the process is of preparation. So these two games, and I'm quite sure that Otto will use this. You have to try to get that right balance, because come the World Cup, you want the players that have played as many games as possible together. But also it's an opportunity to have a look at some of the players that have not played so much. These are high-profile games. What I would imagine that both of these countries, that's Korea and Japan, will want to play against a Black Stars teams that have, our best players in. So it is really about getting that balance. So I'm quite sure that there'll be strong teams. You want to go into the next games, into the New Year's, having a good run. I mean, Otto at this moment is on a good run of not losing games. That's that type of momentum you want to keep going. So it's always difficult to get that right balance. You could put out the strongest team in these two games and not win. You could mix the team up, put some young players in, and win the game. These are all questions in hindsight. I'm sure we'll get the right balance. But
it's shooting, no. Na Pepe, Akwaba.
Abusam Josubium.
Tournament, they prepare for the World Cup. About 6 of our first team players are available. What is the importance of playing this Kirin Cup?
I mean, that's very, very, very important, especially for our situation. Unfortunately, Esanka, your top players in now. Now you're the few near person you can't try I try on my opinion.
Yes, sir.
Your situation, and you probably are free so. Almost all the countries are qualified for the World Cup in Africa. I qualify for the AFCON. AFCON in Yamea Doma. I said next month. Now almost share preparations for AFCON. I say.
Yeah.
And so at least Oko AFCON now. 3 competitive games to play. That is for Mukromba Exete Ewo the first round. No, Kaisa have consisted 24 teams and are advancing to the next stage. So you have ball round of 16. Just say a dozen. And it is a tournament. Utimi Kobe abenya minimum 3 games about for those who are qualified for AFCON and their quality. You expect that ombenya 4 to 5 games at the AFCON, and these are competitive games. But Ghana we will not get 3, 4, 5 competitive games. You know. Now I was just checking the calendar. Unim say ye bo sa qualifies if you are. The next time FIFA makwa ye betima assemble bi a match.
Wow.
Ye bo match we are then June 14 days to the World Cup and I bet me assemble with him. No?
Hey.
So we don't have any opportunity because you can qualify for Cup of Nations, you know. And I qualify for being near ahead of the World Cup. Just your World Cup in the bar. And you best started the next AFCON qualifies. And the 2 games are so crucial, say. As a campaign for selling idea at my place. I think that the FA failed and the coach failed to let the players understand the importance of that game. Me say, my main campaign, you bought some matches where we have the we are.
Yeah, bought Japan, South
Korea. The next time I'll bet me assemble team beam a match. Ye free match now. The next time we assemble team beam a 2 weeks to the World Cup.
Now we call World Cup.
Eti Ghana say a be BM Blasters e be game BM no. A friendly match is benya in March 2026. And no. Enti games are very crucial, but I'm sure we players from the level. Jordan, Jiku, Pate, these are the top boys. And Pencil, I know they will give reasons. Kudus is of course injured. Or more the last game. So I know the reasons of the penny. Abema omo entimi ama, but for me, it is not good news because you rightly said, say you see the players now. Ombenya be about there. So Ebiaka, what the core of your team not ball qualifies, you know. Then game be or ubet must start 1B. Now actually ubet must start 2 players B. Remember, say coach is so qualify for World Cup. Wouldn't want to be embarrassed or friendly matches we so kwaji results are very embarrassing. You must always have a balance between preparing your team, giving new players the opportunity, and then keeping the shape and the balance of the squad. But you need hard enough to
players na intimi amana Jordan the captain, Jordan Ayew, Mohamed Kudus, Thomas Tepati, Alexander Jiku, Inaki Williams, Joseph Pencil, and Abdul Fattah Ishaku. We any play first team players are
out of this list. One player penny starter. I granted the Pencil starter. If you have 5 of your starters, you might make it trip now. I just say
7, 6 in the starters.
And that is the issue. And now the penny game way a very competitive. And Ghana, Ghana could be embarrassed.
Sir.
Yes.
Japan.
So Ghana diagra. Bet me, I embarrass Ghana pa.
Wow.
In terms of top talents in Europe, Ghana doesn't possess more top talent playing actively in Europe than Japan.
Okay.
Now football no makacho be more tenacity. And no machine no manwene. Ntia piabon tena be dawa efe akono. Japan had a plan. Say by 2030 they should get their players playing actively the top 5 leagues in Europe. Today, Uko Premier League, they have players there. Uko La Liga, they have players there. And so ambition now, gradually with the penny, one more prepare towards sa ambition. When him say, coach, Hajimi Moriyasu, I qualify, I call the World Cup in Grand Star.
Wow.
In fact, Open Nations not qualifying term. Echo World Cup and Japan are one of those countries. In their group, Omo enya 23 points, winning 7. Omo draw me and omo lose 1 game. Japan share 30 goals and conceded 3 in the qualifiers.
Wow.
They scored 30, they conceded 3.
Plus 27.
And on top of your group na Japan. One more at the APM. Now saying Japan and Brazil able friendly game. Japan echo down by 2-0. Ebe Brazil 3-2.
Wow.
And it's I'm say yeah approaching game with the right attitude and mentality.
Yes.
On bet my embarrassing. I've watched Japan destroy Black Stars by I think 4-1. And then na Razak Brahma.
Yeah.
At the Puma. Minya Samaya comment to say what a Brahma.
What a Brahma.
What a Brahma. Boy, the short to the buyer na kwase. Enti say I'm here Japan results no ebetimi aye bibio. In the last 8 matches Japan abo across all competitions. It took the US men's national team and shown by 2-0 in a friendly game. In their last 8 games across all competitions, the last time we lose a game, no, US men's team shown by 2-0, and yes, I'm undefeated. That is it for Japan. Now, as a penny, Ghana and Japan able game and tie draw.
Okay.
Ghana Japan, the last 3 times yes, able game no draw. Okay. So that is one thing that we must expect. Now, Black Stars also qualified to the World Cup in some Grand Star.
Yes.
Black Stars able 8 games in our group. Ghana eluzi 1. And you draw 1. So
We need 6.
Black Stars had some number of wins. Now unim say 25 points from 8 games. Yes, 8 wins. You know, 8 wins, 1 draw, and just 1 defeat in a 10 games. So there's only 6 in our group. Yeah. It's out of the 6 teams in the group. Just about 5 home, 5 away. You need 8 games. You draw Bako and you lose Bako. The Black Stars of Ghana, almost 23 goals in the qualifiers, and you conceded 6. We scored 23. We considered 6. Because Japan 30, I considered 3. But as Asian teams are normally Japan group, no. Now more the money form, but you can't even conclude on that because so any Chad and more and Central African Republic one. So that is the story of how Black Stars also qualified. Now Japan, almost last 6 friendly matches on my Japan results in here.
Okay.
Win, draw, lose, draw, win. Or more just 1 defeat in their last 6 friendly matches on my boy. No, you're the US men's national team in the show.
Okay.
If you take the Black Stars in friendly matches, Black Stars in friendly matches, and you lose, draw, win.
Okay.
Lose,
Win.
draw, lose, win. It's 1 win per in our last 6 friendly matches.
And 2 defeats.
3 defeats.
3.
3 defeats, 2 draws, 1 win for the Black Stars. But in terms of competitive fixtures here, Ghana, your last 6 near bottom, it looks good.
Okay.
Lose, win, and draw. It's in our last 6 competitive games, Black Stars elusu baako, a draw baako, ekra 4 wins. Over Japan, almost last 6 competitive games, almost ekra 3 wins, 2 draws, and then 1 defeat. Japan game no. Abranche did Wataru Endu of Liverpool. Now me catch you say Japan for will not be pushovers because be a first Black Stars for both top teams and a Japan for both teams in Ketwa. Wataru Endu plays for Liverpool. Or may say Brazil international friendly, no, but or back to the squad. One more Abranche did the Daichi commander of Crystal Palace. Tio or no about Crystal Palace. And a more Abranche did the Tanaka of Leeds United. So in the English Premier League now, we draw players every no. A honor also able. A honor players and able. Of course, Kariu Bitoma, Epra, and will not be there. Koki Ogawa, Ebeli D lines, you know. Na Kaishu Sano, and so Ejinam. Or more branches did Nakamura, our middle. Nakamura in the middle. Very, very, very good player in the middle. Na Zion Suzuki, the goalkeeper. Also Ejinam. But as we all mentioned here, Black Stars may see key players like Jordan Ayew, the captain, Thomas Partey, Kudus Mohamed, Alexander Jiku, Inaki, Fatah Isaku, Nesuniama kra still referee so no kra go long term absentee ono epra ono so entumi. But Black Stars team no coach Efre Prince Kobena Edu or a new player. Ni Debbie call up ni we see account Czech Republic and he's doing so well this season. And Kelvin Nkrumah of Mediema. And Prince Osei Owusu na Prince Osei Owusu na he was born in Germany.
Okay.
Was born Germany under U19 da. But see Osi account MLS but he's based in Canada. Who's a MLS and Canadian teams we were born about CF Montreal. This season the numbers no anya bad about 34 games or share 16 goals and or 3 assists. The numbers no 13 goals and 3 assists in 34 games. Anya bad numbers. And for my branch and or a striker or a striker stintia ke CNB. I try say on bet me Eurem.
Yes sir.
Game no e mu bad.
Okay.
Black Stars possible lineup at Tizigi Mensah Gideon Mensah.
Yeah.
Seidu right back. Salisu Irenchi Kwesisibo Sulemana Abrante din Ade Samenyon minim san Nkrumah coach be na ba. But Osha squad dum din a come I say coach ebe call with omo experience kakra and sana later will be introduce you new guys now. We introduce you omo Ediomaba. Hartlepool and Black Stars number 1 goalkeeper. Anko Druntem. And I'm not sure he will start. I'm not sure he will start. It is even good for him. So our game we want started. The Japanese are favorites. It will game we move. I tip them to win by 2-1 or probably a 2-0 over the Black Stars of Ghana.
Madam Pepe, Suarrz, coach he has a game we and a tournament we who here or the beat me access in the new players near the new players no yeah sure coach be more kwan am more Bobby and because tournament they prepare